Okay, this says identify each number between negative 2.5 and 100%. The first thing you need to do whenever you're ordering any numbers is change everything to a percent. So as I come up here, I'm going to look at that negative 2.5 and I'm going to multiply it by 100. So I've got negative 2.5 multiplied by 100, and that gives me negative 250%. And the other number is 100%. So I have to look at each of these that I've got listed up here, and I'm going to make everything into a percent. So if it's already got a percent sign, I can just check and see if it's in between those two numbers. So those I don't have to worry about. Everything else I'm going to multiply by 100 because multiplying it by 100 makes it a percent. So first of all, let's look at that 62%. Is 62% somewhere between negative 250 and 100%? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a number line. Negative 250% is way down here. I'm going to pretend that 0% is right there, and then 100% is way up here. Okay? So as I look at 62%, that would be right in here somewhere. Okay? So 62% is an answer. Negative 300% would be past the negative 250 going to the light, so that one is not between those two numbers. Now let's look at 120%. 120% is larger than 100%, so that is not an answer. So let's just try and go through each of these all one at a time. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3.4 times 10, and then I'm going to raise it to the negative 1 power. Now I'm going to multiply that by 100 because that's what I have to do to make it into a percent. That changes this number to 34%. Is 34% between negative 250 and 100%? It absolutely is. So that one's also an answer. The next thing I'm going to do is multiply 0 times 100. We know that gives us 0, so that is 0%. Is 0% between negative 250% and 100%? It is. So we've got 3 answers so far. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to take negative 1 divided by 8. And then again, we have to multiply it by 100 to make sure it's a percent. That gives us negative 12.5%, which would be definitely below the 0% and above the negative 250. So that is also, I'm going to put the percentage here, negative 12.5. That is also an answer. So in this situation, we knew 34%, 0%, 62%, and negative 12.5% were within the range. So that's something that you will have to do on the test tomorrow. So remember, I'm going to write a couple of key points here, okay? If it has a percent, leave it alone. If it's a percent, leave it alone. If it's not a percent, then whatever it is, multiply by 100 to make it a percent. Then it's very easy to compare. But you cannot compare numbers unless they are all percents. There are other ways, but that's the best way for now. Okay? Good luck.